everyone, I am Shweta. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am excited to introduce our special guest Vivek Sir, a master trainer in IELTS and public speaking. With his passion for empowering students worldwide, he has gained over 55,000 following on Instagram. He also runs his own YouTube channel. So get ready for gaining some valuable tips for improving your communication skills. So let's watch an awesome session with Vivek Sir.
Fantastic, ma'am. Shweta is recording the call. Let Shweta ma'am record the call. And it's so nice to be here, ma'am. So
yeah, now it's perfect.
Whenever you say this, whenever you do like this, we'll get started with it, ma'am. So
Okay.
Thank you very much, Shweta ma'am, for inviting me to your incredible talk show. I am extremely excited to be here. And let me convey my deep regards to you. Plus, the video lessons that you make, they are really incredible and inspirational. And I'm really excited to be here. And let's get started, Shweta ma'am, with this amazing episode of interaction, where I'm going to share my limited experience and expertise related to communication training and coaching, plus IELTS speaking as well, ma'am. So what's your question, Shweta ma'am?
Introduce yourself to my wonderful viewers so that they can. I know you very well, but I want you to introduce my viewers so that they can also know about you.
Certainly, by all means. Hello, dear viewers. My name is Vivek. I'm a master trainer of IELTS and public speaking. I help students from all over the world in achieving their desired band score in IELTS. Plus, I also assist professionals in enhancing their public speaking skills, creative writing skills, also boost their communication skills. So this is something that I do day in, day out, with dedication and with diligence. And I really appreciate Shweta ma'am for inviting me here. I've been following you for like more than a couple of years, and the video lessons that you make on YouTube, they are extremely incredible, pretty inspirational. They motivate the learners to speak the language effectively and fluently. So I'm a big fan of you, Shweta ma'am. This is what I'll say.
Same for you, Vivek sir. Even you have a lot of followers on Instagram, more than 55k follower, I guess you have on Instagram. So it's a great achievement, sir. And you are really doing fantastic for English learners. So I want to know from you what IELTS stand for and what is the purpose of IELTS examination?
That's a jolly good question, ma'am. IELTS, it's I stands for international, E English, L language, T testing, S system. So in plain and simple words, IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. It's a globally recognized test for English proficiency, typically used for studying or working or for migration purpose in English-speaking countries like England, Scotland, Wales, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and whatnot. Its significance lies in assessing one's ability, ma'am, to communicate effectively in English, which is crucial for success in academic and professional settings worldwide. Because as we know, English is a global language. Now, let me give you a situation where someone from India wants to study in Canada. So the Canadian university will demand, right, a desired band score. Now, when I say band scores, your IELTS results are graded, right, in 9 bands, starting from band 1, band 2, band 3 to band 9, where band 1 is the lowest one and band 9 is the highest one. So if you want to migrate to English speaking countries, or if you want to work there, or if you want to study there, then you need to achieve a desired band score. Decent universities, they have their benchmark as band 7. So students, right, they they approach me, they connect with me so that I can help them in achieving a perfect band 7 or an above score, ma'am. So this is the entire significance of IELTS. And IELTS has got 4 parts, ma'am. Reading, right? Just like reading and comprehension. Then you have got listening, where there would be you will listen to recordings and then you have to answer the questions. Then part 3 is your IELTS writing, which is divided into 2 parts. In part 1, they can give you a letter to write. It can be an informal, formal, or a semi-formal letter, or they'll give you a graph or a pie chart. And then you have, based on the graph or the pie chart, you have to write a report, right? Whatever you understand, whatever you comprehend from that graph. And part 2 of writing is specifically based on essays. Primarily, there are 5 essay types, like discussion essays or agree-disagree essay, opinion essay, where you have to mention your opinion. The third part is advantage and disadvantage essays, where they'll give you a topic, you have to talk about or you have to describe the advantages or the disadvantages related to that specific topic. The fourth one is problem solution essay, where there'll be a problem and in the essay you have to mention the solution. Last but certainly not the least, it is your double question essays. There will be 2 questions and you have to write the essay which should encompass the answers of both the questions. And then the fourth part is IELTS speaking. IELTS speaking is divided into 3 basic parts. Right, part 1, it's like an interview where they ask you to introduce yourself, plus questions related to real life situations, probably hobby, traveling, education, things like that. In part 2, they'll give you a cue card. There will be questions and you have to answer. Part 3 is follow up, right? Whatever you speak in that cue card thing, they are going to extend the conversation by asking you follow up questions. So this is what IELTS, this is how IELTS exam looks like, ma'am. And when we talk about speaking, ma'am, in IELTS speaking, the students or the aspirants are graded on 4 parameters. Number 1 is your fluency.
Okay, I'm interrupting you. I want to know how you help your learners to score good band. Because see, if a person is normal in English, not so much fluent, not so basic learner, for intermediate learners, what advice would you give to gain good band so that they can go abroad easily?
Fantastic, ma'am. See, that's a very good question. The fact of the matter is, there are 2 modules, speaking and writing. These 2 modules, they cause maximum amount of concern to the IELTS aspirants. So if you want to boost your IELTS speaking scores, right, then you need to work on 4 basic line items. These 4 parameters are like used by the examiners to grade the communication skills of the test takers. And these are, number 1, fluency and coherence. So when I say fluency, how fluent you are you speaking with hesitation, like, hello everyone, sir, my name is Ram Kumar and I am from this place and this, that. So I'm not fluent here, right? Plus coherence means whatever you're talking, it should make sense. Suppose if you ask about what's my favorite fruit, so I should not talk about vegetables. There should be some connection with whatever you are speaking, right? So fluency and coherence, first parameter. Second is your lexical resource or vocabulary, the choice of words that you use. Let me give you one very basic example, right? People, we have this habit of using very quite a lot. Instead of saying like, I was very happy when I passed my, or when I graduated from XYZ college, instead of very happy, you can use words like ecstatic. I was ecstatic. I was on cloud 9. So it signifies that you have got a decent command.
You just uploaded this video on this topic. I have watched this video on YouTube. So yes, really super video you have uploaded. It's a very knowledgeable. So I want to know that English learner, when they decide to go abroad, main thing they face pronunciation. So what advice would you like to improve their pronunciation? Because foreign persons have a different type of accent, different type of pronunciation as compared to Indian normal accent. So what would you like to, how you help them to improve their pronunciation and accent?
Certainly, ma'am. Pronunciation is also one of the 4 line items that we have in IELTS speaking. The parameters on which the students or the aspirants are graded. As I said, number 1 is fluency and your coherence. Number 2 is your vocabulary. Number 3 is your grammatical range and accuracy. How good you are as far as grammar is concerned. Are you the sentences that you are framing and you're speaking, are they grammatically correct or not? Plus, as you said, pronunciation. Now, ma'am, when we talk about pronunciation, a lot of factors, they play a major role in deciding how exactly is your pronunciation. We all have accent. Yes, people from India, they have Indian accent, and India is a vast country, ma'am. So your pronunciation depends on, right, the effect of mother tongue. Suppose if I am Punjab, right? Nothing against the people of Punjab. It's a great state, lovely people, incredible culture. But suppose if I have the effect of mother tongue, which is Punjabi, so Canada will become Canada, bullet will become bult, manager will become manager, strong will become satrang. Same goes like if my is Bhojpuri, and it is. So school will become school, college will become college, hospital will become hospital, so on and so forth. If my mother tongue is Tamil, then M will become Yama, Yamna, Yacha, and things like that. So we need to...
Your observation is too great, and the way you explain it, superb.
Have devoted around 2 decades of my precious
Yes.
of phonetics and pronunciation. I usually don't advise students to speak in an American accent or a typical British accent. I always encourage my students to speak in a neutral accent. When I say neutral accent, it is one accent that will not give an impression to your audience that what exactly is your mother tongue. As I said, my mother tongue is Bhojpuri, right? So when I speak Hindi or my mother tongue, then that those sounds are there. But when I speak in English, I ensure that the effect of my mother tongue is not there. And there are certain drills, certain activities by virtue of which we can surely enhance our pronunciation, and we can reduce the effect and the impact of mother tongue, ma'am. So this is what I usually encourage my students to do. A lot of activities, a lot of drills based on pronunciation, so that we can neutralize the impact of mother tongue. Plus, the second thing is syllable stress on pronunciation. I give them knowledge. I facilitate that knowledge related to syllable stress, how exactly a word is supposed to be broken. Suppose if I give you a word communication. Communication is a word broken into 5 syllables. Communication. Communication. If I don't understand the syllable stress, and if I don't break this word into 5 syllables, then I will be mispronouncing this word. Like communication, communication, 4 syllables will not work. Communication, communication. Like people, they have different ways of pronouncing this word, but trust me, the correct way to pronounce this word is communication.
Communication. So I want to know, just people like general like us, I want to improve my English. So what advice would you like, and what it differentiate to IELTS aspirants and normal spoken English people? They want to improve just for gaining communication or fluency or a job purpose. So what is the main difference between IELTS aspirants or normal spoken English?
Certainly, ma'am. Will be a pleasure to answer this question. Excuse me. When we say IELTS, ma'am, IELTS is it's a test, right? It's a test of your English proficiency, which is required if you want to migrate, study, or work in English-speaking countries. So the factors that are there, right? Your communication skills, they really have to be good, right? Your speaking skills, writing, listening, and reading. It is a proper amalgamation of all these 4 skills. Plus, your basic fundamental command over the language, it has to be good. You should not make mistakes, simple mistakes related to grammar or pronunciation. If you do it, then your band scores will go for a toss. Your band scores will reduce. But when we talk about English for the real world, right? There, again, for communication purpose, right? For job interviews or to strive or to be successful in your professional domain, yes, you need to have the ability by which you can replicate your thought process into words, right? Whatever you have in your head or whatever you have in your heart, you should be able to take it out with complete confidence, without any hesitation, right? When we talk about IELTS, yes, the requirements are a bit on a higher note. But when we talk about, again, public speaking or English for the real world, you have to be confident. You need to have the knowledge. So the training that I provide, right, for IELTS aspirants, it's different. It's totally based on the requirements that are there in the exam. Plus, I make them aware about the parameters on which they'll be graded. And once you know what the examiner is looking for, then you need to present them what they are looking for, right? Show them what they want, present them what they need, right? So this is how I train them. Plus, I have got professionals who trust me to boost their communication skills. Like I have got like CEOs as well. I've got vice presidents of like some decent organizations. I have got doctors. I've got pilots. I've got engineers. I have got celebrities and politicians as well, right? To be candid with you, I help them, right? TV actors, actors who who have played certain roles in what do you call these web series and things like that, ma'am. So make them comfortable in speaking the language effectively. Again, whatever is there in the head or in the heart, you should be able to take it out, right? So there, I work their pronunciation, I work on their communication style, appropriate responses. If someone asks you a particular question, what would be a good way to respond, ma'am? So these are the things, right? And like coming to the last part of your question, how can we improve spoken English or public speaking skills? Yes. And very good question. Frankly speaking, I do not have any injection or any Babaji ka taweez or koi goli, right? I give them and presto voila, with magic, right? They start speaking not just good but proficient English.
There is no magic to improve English.
The very first thing, yeah, you have got it, ma'am. The very first thing that I advise my trainees is to practice speaking regularly, right? With your friends, with your family members. Do not have any kind of fear or apprehension in making mistakes, right? Try to have a language partner and try to practice it with someone who has got the knowledge of English, who can correct you, right? Who can work on your area of improvement, the area where you have an opportunity to improve yourself. It's practice. There is no substitute for hard work, ma'am. This is what I always advise people to speak as much as possible. Let me give you one hypothetical situation and analogy, right? Suppose if I want to drive a car or if I want to learn how to cook, right? I can watch all the videos on YouTube, right? How to drive a car or how to cook delicious delicacies, right? Those khana khazana things. But till the time, ma'am, I don't sit on the driver's seat, right? And I don't put my foot on the pedal and I'm not behind the wheels. I don't take out my car, like crash a couple of times, I won't be able to learn. Same goes for cooking. I can watch all the khana khazana things. Till the time I don't start cooking, ma'am, I won't be able to learn.
Knowledge is very important, very, very important. You need to do, we feel, many people think that one day I will be perfect, then I start my journey. So it's not like that. Whatever you are, just I was afraid to start my channel and come in front of camera because I also feel the same. But when I understood this, there is no perfection line. We should start our journey, and on the way you will improve by time.
I thoroughly concur with you. I agree with you, whatever you have mentioned here, ma'am. Unless and until we don't take initiative and we don't realize that we have to like give our 100%, and it's not by a switch of a button things are going to be transformed. right? It's a step-by-step process. It's like a journey of 1,000 miles. It starts from the very first step, ma'am. So, right, we should never have this sense of procrastination in our head that one fine day I'll start speaking, right? Let me gain knowledge related to grammar, let me gain knowledge related to vocabulary, and then I'll start speaking. It doesn't work that way, ma'am. Whatever you have, right, you with your limited knowledge, with your limited expertise, whatever you have, ma'am, right, need to be confident regarding it and start practicing. Practicing is the very first and initial step that you need to follow. Then point number 2, ma'am, this is something that really helped me. We need to listen to, right, people, right, who are native speakers or people who speak in English, right? So there's this thing, listen to English podcasts. Yeah, it will help you. But again, point number 1, practice. Watch movies, right? I'm not talking about like Hindi movies or Bhojpuri movies. Watch Angrezi movies, right? But at the same point in time, when I was a child, ma'am, I used to watch movies and I used to practice those dialogues, right? I used to do that. Plus, I used to listen to English songs and I used to start singing with them, right? At that point in time, Google was not there. So lyrics, I had to like source the lyrics from the cassettes from the back of the cover. I used to imitate those singers and it really helped me in gaining fluency. Plus, it made me aware about new words. Plus, I used to like use those words with my friends while communicating in English with my teachers in school as well, right? It doesn't work that way, right? You go through 10 words and start using those 10 words. But again, it helps you to a greater extent. Plus, engage in conversations, ma'am. Engage in conversation to improve your communication skills, your comprehension skills, your fluency. Fluency will only be gained by practicing, ma'am. Speak as much as possible. Do not have any kind of fear that people will judge me. And it is one fear that people they have in their head. But to be candid with you, you need to throw that fear out of the window, right? This is something which is going to be there. Plus another point which has certainly helped me. It's like focusing on expanding vocabulary through reading, using new words in daily conversation, right? Let me give you one magical technique which will surely boost your vocabulary, right? Plus it will help you in achieving fluency as well. It works in 2 different ways. Number 1, right? People they advise like learn 10 new words every day and then like speak those 10 words. Yes, it will help. But what I usually advise to my students is those 10 words should be connected. Not even 10 words, 5 words related to one basic word. Suppose one basic word is sad, right? So learn 5 to 10 words related to sad and phrases as well. I can give you like few examples: sad, unhappy, sorrowful, dejected, woeful, deplorable, my favorite, despondent, melancholic, disconsolate, right? So these I have used all the words related to sad, not something to do with some other emotions, right? Or some other words. So the fact of the matter is, stick with one basic word, right? And try to learn words plus phrases as well, related to it, and then start practicing it, right? If you have practiced 10, if you have learned 10 words, start practicing those 10 words. I understand at the moment of reckoning in real life situation, you won't be able to remember those 10 words. At least 5, at least 4, at least 3, you will be able to remember and practicing it. There is no substitute for hard work. It has worked for me. It has worked.
When it comes to hard work, I think that interest plays a very important part. Because if you are not interested to learn English, you can't able to put your 100% and you will not put efforts. So interest is very important. If you are interested in something to learn new language, then only you will able to put hard work, because you will not feel tired to put your efforts.
I really agree with you here, ma'am.
And yes, it's a very.
We need to have a sense of interest.
Okay,
To generate interest, we need to have a receptive environment where we can establish a bridge between ourselves and the language, right? And once that bridge is established, half of the job is done, ma'am. So need to have that interest, need to have that sense of motivation, and do not be afraid of making mistakes, right? And practice as much as you can, and watch Shweta ma'am's videos. I believe it's
Even I am recommending viewers to watch your videos on YouTube. And so Talk Unlock, it's a very good. You are creating so much impressive videos and knowledgeable videos. If one can watch, they will gain lot of knowledge. Not only spoken English, they can crack IELTS examination free of cost. So it's I'm requesting all viewers to visit your channel. It's a very both on Insta you have more than 55k follower, and YouTube also he is growing, because on YouTube you are starting your journey very recently you have started your journey. So yes, I know, but I am sure about your success on YouTube as well, sir.
It's all because of the followers, ma'am. My followers, they really support me, and you are one of my most invaluable followers. Always inspired, always motivated me to give my 100%. And whatever today I am, it's all because of my followers. It's because of their cooperation. It's because of their indispensable assistance, right? And this has like really encouraged me to give my 100%, whatever limited knowledge I have, ma'am. Without any hesitation, I love to like share my knowledge with my students, and I really want them to do good, not just good but excellent. And it feels so incredible, ma'am, when I see my students winning competitions, not just in India but in abroad, like spelling bee competitions, public speaking competitions, right, in the States, in France, in Canada, places like that. And yes, as you said, I make videos, but I'm not that proficient. But whatever limited knowledge I have,
If you think like that, see, there is always what can I space for improvement, but overall you are doing great, sir. So it's my pleasure that you are ready to have a session with me. So it's a really knowledgeable session with you, sir. And we will do another session for a lot of things I want to know from you regarding IELTS, regarding spoken English.
right, whenever time permits and opportunity strikes, we folks can certainly connect and spread the spread knowledge related to communication skills and boosting English skills. Will be more than delighted to do it, ma'am. Again, as said before, pleasure entirely pertains to me. And thank you very much, ma'am. And I wish the audience, your viewers as well, all the very luck in their pursuit to achieve perfection as far as communication skills are concerned. And stay tuned to your channel, right, so that they can gain more knowledge, more experience and expertise related to communication skills. And as said before, there's no substitute for hard work, right? Start practicing from today. Whatever knowledge you have, exhibit it, showcase it, improve it. And again, ma'am, bahut dhanyawad. Thank you really from the bottom of my heart, and take very good care of yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, audience. God bless you all. Thank you.